Good afternoon. I'm Tiffany Johannes with REMAX Executive Charlotte Home Experts, and more importantly today, Canopy Housing Foundation, here to talk to Kanika Falls Edmonds about her program, Connecting the Gap. It's about grieving, believing, and succeeding. She herself experienced hardship as a child and lost a parent, and she's giving back to our community. She's a Charlotte native, and we're so thrilled that she could be here today to talk to us about connecting the gap. Welcome, Kanika. How are you today?
Hello, Tiffany. I am well. Thanks for having me.
I'm so excited that you're here with us to really share about your program. You started a nonprofit that is 501c3 that really focuses on how you can empower the youth grieving the loss of a parent or a guardian by creating a mentor-based relationships to enable healthy and optimistic futures. That's your mission. And that says a lot. I mean, you're there, as your vision says, to solve problems of loss by answering with the need for connection.
Yes.
And I think a lot of us don't think about how many children lose their parents and how much they need to connect that gap from living day to day to connecting with society to moving forward as young adults. And you've really done a lot to do that. So welcome, and please tell us a little bit about how you got started with your nonprofit and a little bit about what you have going on today. One of the things I definitely want to talk about is that Name Your Scholarship program. We talked about it before, and there's so much that goes into it that I think our listeners would love to hear about, and the community would as well.
Oh, yes. I always like to operate off of purpose. And God gave me this vision about 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. I lost my mom at the age of 14 in 2001 to breast cancer. And my mom was 35 years old. And I was pretty popular and played sports, but I really did not have the therapy. I never got therapy for my pain. However, I did have teachers and mentors to step in the gap and help me to be successful and graduate high school and go to college and, get a degree. And I felt like if I did not have those people in my life during the time of dealing with that grief, even though I was raised, by my father and they were married, that I probably wouldn't be as successful as I am today. And so when God gave me that vision, I wanted to step in the gap and help these kids that are going through the same thing. And I feel like in 2001, it really wasn't as popular, kids losing parents at a young age. However, now you hear it every day. And there's so many parents are suffering from cancer. And now that we had the pandemic with COVID, a lot of kids have lost their parents to COVID. And so I felt like we needed this. Charlotte, we needed this. And I didn't hear about too many programs like this one. And so we're very intimate. And so we step in and we help them. We give them, outsource them to get therapy. We hook them up with a mentor to make sure that they're successful and that they keep going along the steps that their parent had them on. And so, but the most important thing about Connecting the Gap is we want to make sure that we get this grief under control and help them, because what we don't want it to do is them bury this grief and then later on as adults it come out. So we want to make sure that we're able to get these kids some therapy and just help their lives be as normal as possible while dealing with the loss of a parent. And that's the significance of our program, is that these are kids who have lost a parent.
That is truly important. And it could be one parent or two parents. And I know as we talked, you talked about your special program called MVPs, and those are volunteers in your organization. Right now, you're in need of mentors. Can you tell us a little bit about what it would take to be a mentor in your organization and how people might be able to reach out to start volunteering and helping you in that regard?
Yeah, so we like to call our volunteers MVPs because we feel that anyone who volunteers is very special and are the most valuable players on the team. And so there are different ways to volunteer. So we have mentoring. You can volunteer virtually with production, or you can volunteer serving, meaning in the community. However, right now we are really in the need of mentors. We have 8 active kids in our program, but we would like to help many more that in a more intimate way by giving them a mentor. We do assist other families that have experienced the loss of a parent just by hooking them up with a resource in the community, or meeting a financial need. However, they're not able to get a mentor. So we do need mentors. And if you feel that you want to mentor a child, and you can email us at volunteerwithctg@gmail.com, and we will give you more information. Or you can go to our website at www.connectingthegap.org, and you can do a drop down and say that you would like to volunteer.
You have a great website that provides all kinds of resources and information about Connecting the Gap. It also has another special program, and that is your Name Your Scholarship program. And I know we definitely need mentors, and stepping up to the plate for a volunteer commitment is one thing. Also giving dollars and resources so that you can continue to expand your program and go deep with the youth and children you're working with today. Tell us a little bit about how Name Your Scholarship came about, and what types of things are being paid for, taken care of as a result of those scholarships.
Okay, so as you know, with nonprofits, we pretty much run off of donations and grants. And so I'm like, how can people feel more intimate by giving a gift and just not donating money and not knowing where their money goes, or seeing it? And so I came up with the idea of Name Your Scholarship. This is, something that you can create a legacy, and you can name it whatever you want to name it, whatever amount. There's no cap, there's no minimum. And if you can name your scholarship after a loved one that have passed away, or you can name it, whatever you want to do, and whatever you want to name it as. And so it goes towards a child. So you may say you want to leave that scholarship open, and we can use it however we want to use it. Or you can say, hey, I want this scholarship to go to a child who may want to attend summer camp for a week. And so what we'll do is present your scholarship with your name, the name of your scholarship, to that child, and for them to go to that summer camp and take a photo with their scholarship. And you can do this scholarship annually, or you can just do it as a one-time gift. And scholarships can go towards extracurricular activities, tutoring. I know a lot of the kids are behind due to COVID and this virtual learning. And so their scholarship could help fund, a tutoring session. Their scholarship could help fund if they want to play park and rec basketball or soccer, if they want to go to an art camp, just whatever, whatever it is. Or if we may have a college, a 12th grader, a senior who's transitioning, and we are launching a transition program for 18 to 22-year-olds. And these are the kids that have lost a parent and have graduated, or have lost a parent while they're in college. And so I was like, I couldn't stop at 12th grade, because I got so many inquiries of, the young lady just lost her mother. She goes to Shaw University. And so it's like, wow, my programs really can't help her. But now my program can, because we have a transition program to make sure that they graduate, to make sure if they're working, that they continue to work, if they need a job, if they want to go to the military, whatever if they want to get a trade. So by the time they graduate high school, we want to make sure that all these kids are successful. But if they're in college, we want to make sure that they're successful, that they graduate, and that they meet their goal. And so the scholarship can go towards a young adult as well.
It means a ton for the youth that have lost their parents to have that trajectory or that path to help make a difference and give that foundation as they go into adulthood. So it's incredible that you put that together. And I know there are other organizations out there that you work with that help make a difference. And it's continuing to connect that gap, so that through the scholarships, through the mentor programs, through becoming an MVPs, you've got the resources to help the children who have lost their parents really flourish and help promote their mental health, as well as really building on the blocks to get them past such a traumatic experience and learn to survive and really thrive in our community. And for someone who's gone through it, you know just how to take those steps to help make a difference. And I really commend you for creating and starting connecting the gaps, or connecting the gap, and finding ways to put groups together that can really build on a child and a youth's future, because it's important that we think about the future and what our children have that have parents, and where we would want every child to be.
Oh yes, Tiffany, and I'm just so passionate about this organization and about what we are doing, and I know what the impact that we're going to have, because I wake up and I log onto my Facebook every day and see another child who have lost a parent, and I don't know who this young lady is when I logged onto my Facebook Sunday on Mother's Day, and but I woke up and she was to graduate from A&T that same morning, and found out that her mother died, and she continued and walked the stage. So whoever she is, I commend you. Keep going. Keep going.
That is incredible. Is there anything that we have not talked about that you'd want to share with the community that might be helpful in terms of resources or things that could help you lift up our youth?
Yes. So if you have your own nonprofit, if you have your own business, and you think that you can partner with us to help us to provide different resources to our kids, please shoot us an email at connectingthegap01@gmail.com. We would love to partner with you. I know we did link up with one of the YMCAs who have given 2 of our kids free memberships. So whatever you may have or whatever you may can offer, please let me know. And I'm sure my kids will love it. And, even other kids who are grieving the loss of a parent that we can also help, that may not necessarily be in our program. If there are any therapists out there that will love to connect, let me know, or anybody who specializes in grief or just grief with young adults. And in the future, we are working on our own grieving curriculum. So we're looking for that to be out in mid-2022.
Connecting the Gap is making a huge difference in our community and looking to make an even bigger one. So if there's anything that you can do from a volunteer standpoint, name your scholarship standpoint, or someone that might benefit from the program Connecting the Gap, please reach out to us and connect, so that we can connect you with the proper groups and get the care that you need. And also the donations and the dollars definitely go a long way. So thank you so much, Kanika, for being a part of our session today, and really wish you well. And anything we can do, I know we're going to do a name your scholarship program, and I'm trying to think of what we'd want to name it right now.
Okay, and we definitely appreciate the donation that your company gave us.
Yeah, well, we are glad to do it, and also want to work on maybe doing some volunteer hours and perhaps becoming a mentor as well. So,
all right.
You.
Thanks.
Well, I appreciate your time today, and I hope you have a great one.
Okay, again, you too.
We encourage you to get involved in the community if you're out there listening, and just sharing great causes and organizations in our community for your consideration. I'm Tiffany Johannes with RE/MAX Executive, Charlotte Home Experts, and the Canopy Housing Foundation today. Have a great one, and we wish you much success. Thanks, Kanika.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.